Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 2 of Moon Knight. I think the first episode was a fantastic premiere. Plenty of action, a lot of heart, and it definitely had me feeling for Steven in this situation because he is lost in the torrential storm that is being a part of Marc's life. And it was really sad to watch a lot of it, to be honest, but it was a lot of fun. The humor was there, but so was that kind of horror element and this tragedy behind this character, and it was just really interesting, and a lot of really brilliant cinematography brought into play, especially with the way they play with reflections, mirrors, a lot of the little subtle clues in the background letting you know that Steven's not the only one living in this loft. There was a lot of great and subtle scene work and production design that went into this first episode alone that kind of set the tone for the rest of the show. You know, from the scene where he blacks out, Marc takes over, and he just snaps out of it. We don't see any of it, and we just see how Steven reacts to what he's now just in the middle of. Like, he just has blood all over him, a scarab in his hand, and there's a bunch of bodies around him. Like, that's terrifying. And then from that, the whole action sequence in the van, it was just really well done. All the way up to Ethan Hawke's character coming into play, tracking him down as he's after this scarab for whatever reason, as a follower of Amit, to try to kind of bring balance to the world through pure justice, or at least that's what he believes, you know, as a believer of this entity. And who knows, maybe he's just a puppet. Maybe, I mean, these gods could have their own will, their own agenda, and he might be a willing believer, but maybe there's something else going on there. Maybe it's not so black and white as he might think. We'll just have to wait and find out. But that reveal at the end with the transformation when Marc finally confronts Steven. Steven's finally ready to hear him, and he hands the steering wheel over to Marc, and the Moon Knight shows up, man, and whoops this Anubis thing's freaking face into the ground. I loved the way they framed it too, because like it was like all imposing and all that, but the second Moon Knight came into picture, that thing was trying and clawing to get out of that restroom, and he just drug it back in there and just wham, went to town on it, man. It was just, that's how you frame an episode, man. That's how you turn the script around. I love that, man. Guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this thing. So if you're part of the 75% people that are watching the channel and you have not yet subscribed, or maybe you're just tuning in for the first time here today, I hope you check out my previous reactions. But if you enjoy this video, I hope by the end of it, maybe you'll hit that subscribe button. Maybe leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see the full-length, unedited reaction to this episode, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It's just one of the ways you can help support us over here. Help us work towards improving the quality of the content, as well as increasing the amount of reactions that we can do for you guys and bring to you over on YouTube. Of course, I know I never could do that, though, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, and help us with that YouTube algorithm. That all said and down the way, guys, let's hop into episode 2. Summon the Suit. Here we go. Oh. Is this the next day?
Oh, no. Bro, hey. He's proper mad in there.
What happened? What is it?
Well, they're saying he burst pipes.
Has anyone seen the security footage?
Well, yeah, I was about to.
I must warn you, what you're about to see is gonna melt your brain.
Yeah, it's not gonna be on there for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's it. Wait for it, here it comes. No, wait.
Why are you going in? What are you doing, you donut? It's still you, bruv.
That's not me.
Man, Oscar Isaacs is giving me chills in this, man.
Like, if I could find that storage locker, that might be my...
This is such an interesting use of, like, a character, man.
Oh, mate, thank you. Oh, thanks.
No.
Cheers.
Aw. Hate him. Break character a little bit.
I know you. Number 43, right? I never forget a face.
Man, this is so strange. Wow, this is a... I've not seen a storage locker set up like this. 43. I wonder what that, if that QR has anything, QR code has anything on that door, because somebody had mentioned in episode 1 that if you scan the QR code on one of the display cases in the museum, it gives you, got a bunch of military cases. Marc's room, Marc's stuff. That it would give you the first issue of Moon Knight digitally. Don't know if that's true. I have not confirmed that for myself, just something I've kind of heard.
Oh my God.
Marc Spector.
No way. It's real. It's totally real.
Oh!
I need you to listen to me very carefully. Oh,
Now you're back.
there he is. Here he comes. Are you like a demon? You're in danger, and I can save us. Just like I did last night. You're gonna go lay down on that cot back there. You're gonna take a nice nap. Are you joking? Sleep? I'm never gonna go to sleep again. What are you? You sure you wanna know? Yes, buddy, yes. I serve Khonshu. I'm his avatar, which means you are too. We protect the vulnerable and deliver Khonshu's justice to those who hurt them. Oh my God, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I eat one piece of steak and then bam, I go bonkers. I made a deal with Khonshu, but that deal is contingent on you not interfering, Stephen.
Now give me the body. Let me finish this, and you'll never hear from me again.
Mark, how about this for a deal? I'm gonna take this bag full of illegal shit, and I'm gonna go straight to the authorities, and they're gonna put me away so I don't hurt anyone else, and hopefully,
Uh-oh. Khonshu's a little pissed. Oh, here we go again. Dude loves his hallways. Here he comes. Oh, man. Dude, I love it. And now it's just rave time. It just makes me wonder, like, if the footage was altered, or is the suit in his mind too? Like, if somebody saw him running around as Marc in the suit, would people see the suit? Because when they...
Marc? Where have you been? You know, you really could have given me any sign that you were alive. I thought that you were in danger or kidnapped again. I just kept thinking,
Again.
he's got the suit, he's fine. And then, did you see the spiral you put me through? I said, okay, yeah, I'm still your wife.
Oh,
Did you say wife? Are we married?
She shouldn't be here. Get her out of here, Stephen. You're way out of your depth.
Just want my life back. Stephen, listen to me. And inside of it, stop what you're doing right now. All sorts of. Get away from the bag. Don't show her what's in the bag. You're gonna get her killed. You hear me? You show her that scarab. You're responsible when they come after her.
God, this is so tense.
The scarab pointing to Amatu Shakti? What we fought side by side for.
I am not Marc Spector. I'm Stephen Grant. And I think I'm in real danger. And I think maybe that you might be the only person that can help me.
Stephen Grant,
Yeah?
DC Fitzgerald and DC Kennedy here.
Yeah, one second.
Mind if we come in, Mr. Grant?
Oh, you know, actually, right.
Appreciate it.
Anyone else here with you?
Here with me, no,
Dang, nice.
Fella looks just like you.
Fake passport and a thief. Eek. I think you best come with
Are
us.
they real
son.
cops? Or part of a dude's cult? Yeah, this doesn't look like a... This doesn't look like a police precinct to me.
I thought we were going to the police station.
Yep, there it is, the
Why
tattoo.
would you think that?
I am never giving you control again, ever.
I hear you loud and clear, Stephen Grant of the gift shop. Khonshu punishes those who have already walked an evil path. His retribution comes too late. By the time his fist of vengeance arrives, people have already suffered. Amit knows this too well. She tears evil up from the root, casting her judgment before any evil's done.
I mean, a thought can't be evil, can it? I think about killing my boss all the time, but I wouldn't actually do it. What about a child? Would she kill a child for something they might do in 30 years? The child is not a diseased limb. You're all into that, like killing children and that. So maybe that's just me, but I kind of draw a line there. Child murder.
God.
Where's the scarab?
I have it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Dude, you need to let Marc drive, man. This isn't your forte. Oh. That's how he summons those jackals. Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. Only he can see it? But she's seen the suit, so the suit's... Ooh.
Oi, Stephen, what the hell are we wearing? Don't know. She said I needed a suit. The ceremonial armor from Khonshu's temple, not Psycho Colonel Sanders.
What? Then again, on the camera, he could have de-suited before coming out of the loo, so...
Stay away from me!
Damn, man, this is crazy. Oh!
You can't handle this. I think I can. Like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. Stephen with a V.
Steve with a V. Oh, damn, dude.
What? I did it!
Everybody's just kind of like looking at him in the background, though.
Alright, do it. Take control. For now.
Alright, here we go. Dude, I love the transformation. Oh, it just fills back in.
Get it out of here.
The music, too. Oh, dude. Dude, that image. Oh, no.
So this is what it's like? Being on the inside?
Oh, he's actually conscious now, though.
Yeah. My whole life, I can't go on a bloody date. I can barely keep a goldfish alive. I lost my job. It's been you. It's always been you. You ruin people's lives. Everything you touch, you ruin. You hurt people. You abandoned your wife. You left her stranded. I did not. I am protecting her. You don't know what you're talking about. Khonshu has his eyes on her. He wants her as my replacement, and I'm never going to let that happen. You hear me?
You swore he would not interfere.
We'll find the scarab.
Too late. Harrow has it.
Where are we going?
Where the hell do you think?
Dude. God, again, I felt like I was watching a little movie. These are some really cool, like, outro sequences, though. Dude, that was eye-opening, to say the least. Again, I can't... I feel so bad for Steven, man. Just being thrust unwillingly into this entire situation, not knowing what's happening, but taking the fall and the blame for all of it. Not to mention the complications it's got to bring into this whole situation with Mark's wife showing up. That's who was on the phone. Been trying to reach him this whole time. But they have a history of tracking this stuff down, apparently. They were originally after this scarab. But I guess he got word that this Harrow was after it as well, and that's what made him kind of go rogue. Also, for, I guess, a multitude of reasons. Harrow's dangerous, and two, he wants her well away from Khonshu. So that he doesn't take her as his next avatar when their deal is done. Damn, dude, that's a lot of information to unload. Great episode. I thought it was paced out really well. Again, action-packed, and we got a little bit of an idea. So people can see the suit, but they cannot see the jackals. Interesting about the footage, too, from the museum. You know, he was trying to show them off the jackal, but we could have checked to see if Harrow shows up on the video feed, because he was there and he summoned the jackal. It's just interesting that mortals can't see it. Like, it's kind of makes it easy to make your victims seem disillusioned. Which is funny, because his followers also wouldn't be able to see that, I would assume. I would assume the casters and the avatars themselves would be the only ones to see it. But I guess we don't know for certain. But Steven, so I always, like, at least from the promotional stuff, I thought Mr. Knight was going to be another personality. But it seemed like that was, rather than Moon Knight, who Marc becomes, Steven, when he tries to, you know, do it with this whole, like, English thing, he summons this gentleman instead. Like, rather than the battle armor of the gods that he is supposed to be wearing when he summons that suit, the only suit he could picture is what he ended up in. So that was an interesting, like, subversion of my expectations. I'm sure people that read the comic knew exactly what to expect there, but that's not where I thought that was going to go. And it was hilarious, him trying to use Khonshu's power himself and channel it in his own way, though he put up a good fight. He put up a pretty good fight. And then in the end, though, it just wasn't quite enough. He didn't have the experience needed, nor the tools, I guess, at that point to really kind of handle the situation, especially considering he was making a huge scene of it all. Where Marc, once he took over, immediately led that thing away from everybody to the rooftops and to somewhere where he knew he could kill it. Also seeing just how capable his wife is was a lot of fun. I've heard that this was going to have a little bit of like an Indiana Jones feel to it, and I can kind of see that, you know, this leader who's after an ancient tomb or a hidden tomb, you know, as he's trying to beat them there, and it's all about an artifact, a tomb, a hidden location, uncovering this supernatural secret, and making sure the world's safe, you know. A lot of those elements, and then we finally we're transitioning locations now as we are now heading to Egypt. I really hope we get some flashbacks. You know what happened to Marc. He said when he was reading about what was written down in Marc's profile as a mercenary, about how that event played out with the executions, it made me think that at least the way Marc defended himself or tried to snap back in that moment when Steven accused him of what he had done in the past, and he's like, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not what it looked like. So I'm wondering if that was part of his arrangement, or maybe they were the people he took out were maybe part of Harrow's group, and he was preventing them from getting to Amit's tomb. I don't know. I hope we get that flashback, especially with the origin, the connection between him and Khonshu being made, the actual union. I like how Khonshu is actually a character. I figured like as this godlike entity or whatever, he'd just kind of be this thing that like looms in the background that we would never really see all that much outside of maybe visions. But no, he's got lines. He's kind of snarky. I like it. He had quite a bit of dialogue in this episode, and I love the scene between Oscar and Ethan when they were at that commune, kind of hanging out, and you know his pitch sounded pretty good for a while. He knows all about Khonshu. He knows about his type of justice versus Amit's, and that's where it kind of broke down for Steven. Like he had a pretty good sales pitch there for a little while. He had that charisma, the presentation, the everything that was hitting all the spots that Steven would like to hear, versus, of course, everything he's witnessed from the other side at the moment. It's got him scared shitless to this point that he's lost him, though, at the preventative measure. You know, to prevent great evil is the age-old question. If you could, would you prevent the birth of tyranny? Or someone that would just take a lot of lives? If you went back, would you kill them as a kid? Do you want to rob them of that choice, of that humanity, or give them that opportunity? Like Stephen posed, like there's a kid, they haven't done anything, and like he mentioned too, people have all kinds of thoughts, but it's the acting on the thought that is the evil. So at what point is this scale judging people? You know, I wonder. And yeah, I mean, it's a muddy question, man. It is, but that's free will, unfortunately. So I mean, what he's talking about, this utopian future, is in essence an absence of free will, of choice, of, I mean, depends on what the grays are of this thing. Like, to what extent is it damning somebody to death for what scale of crime? I don't know. Like, I get it. It's just, It's just like saying people are locked into their fate, that they only have the one future, that they can't change. And Khonshu grants them that. Like, he only punishes people who have done wrong, not who are going to do wrong. Allows them the change, allows them the choice. But who knows? I mean, letting them get that far, you're coming in after the fact, man. Like, I get it. It's just one of those quandaries, man. And I think that's like interesting too, because these are two different forces of different kinds of justice coming against one another. Quite literally. The visuals in this episode were really, really good, especially the effect of the jackal fighting them in the street, where, you know, they had to do that mimicry, like, you know, it's not there. The way they did that was really well done. You know, showing them being affected by this invisible entity. I think they shot that really well. They definitely mimed it really well. And I'm wondering how they did that. Maybe it was all CGI. I couldn't quite tell. It definitely looked like it was a mix, but it looked really good. And then we got our closest look at these jackals than we've gotten before. I'm just wondering, man, how's this going to work out? And Steven also kind of, I don't know, Steven doesn't know the full picture of everything or the scope of it just yet. Because I know he believes it's his body. So that's where I'm kind of curious on how this works. Because the original is Marc, right? And I guess because of his traumatic past, it's resulted in this fracturing. So then at that, it's just it's just another question. Whose body is it at this point? Should they share it? Should they have rotations? Should they try to exercise one or the other? I don't know. Another moral quandary, kind of, you know? At this point, though, I think Marc, like, should he serve his purpose and move on and end this deal with Khonshu, I'm sure he's more than happy to sacrifice himself to get he was supposed to be dead to begin with, to get this out of the way, to protect Layla. If that's done, maybe he'll just surrender it to Steven. I don't know. I just feel so bad for Steven, man. I really do. And I know this is a disorder in real life. And what I'm trying to understand is how the rules of it work in this world versus in real life. Because obviously there's like a supernatural element mixed in with all of this. And I'm wondering how much that is affecting the actual result of the trauma that he experienced. Because I know DID can come from a traumatic event as a way to kind of isolate oneself and protect and shield oneself from what's happened to them. Of course, there's other various ways. I'm not like versed in it whatsoever. Like, I would never claim to know much about this affliction at all. Maybe it's even wrong to even call it that. So I don't even know, because who knows? I could just sound ignorant as all hell talking about any of this. But I'm learning this with you guys right now, just from what the show's showing us. So that's where I'm trying to like figure out where the line is between how this works IRL versus in the show. So I don't know. I really love the presentation. I really love the cinematography of this, the art direction, I love the way they frame Moon Knight in all these sequences. He just looks so good. And I love the use of the moon to silhouette everything as they're going through it all. It's just really, really well done. Yeah, man. I can't wait to see what happens next, especially now that we're in Egypt. Maybe we'll get a little more steeped in the lore, maybe a little more backstory. Would be cool. I really love these opposing forces that are coming together. And Oscar Isaacs is doing a really great job making these characters feel distinct. And when they switch, like, you can see it in his body language, just how well he does it. And then Ethan Hawke is just, man, he's a force, dude. Ethan Hawke's, he's become probably one of my favorite actors. Man, can't wait to see where this all goes. Guys, I don't know what else to say at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you guys. So sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that on the socials in the description box below. Be sure to tune in. A day or two, we'll be covering the breakdown with all the Easter eggs and stuff from New Rockstars here on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. So if you're not subscribed, you should hit that button. Join us for that. A few other things, and of course, the next episode. But guys, if you want to see the full-length unedited reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of, before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Nate Prouty, and Melita. Thank you guys, as always, for your continued support, as well as everybody tuning in and supporting the channel. Love you guys. I'll see you all next week with the next episode of Moon Knight. Take care, everybody.